want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Why does Job chapter 4 verse 18 say God doesn't trust his angels? Is this because of Satan's rebellion? Absolutely. Now, when we go back to that initial fall, we know in Scripture that Lucifer, the lighted one, before iniquity was found in his heart, according to Ezekiel chapter 28, not only fell in sin, but he took the angelic beings with him. Now, or not all of them, but obviously a good portion of them. In fact, 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4 speaks to that specifically, the angels that departed. But when you get to Revelation chapter 12, there's this very unique section where it gives us kind of a parenthetical or out of the chronology of Revelation of the history of spiritual warfare. It begins in the book of Genesis and it ends in the Great Tribulation. So therefore, we're not outside of that strict chronology. And in the middle of Revelation chapter 12, it talks about the stars of heaven rebelling again against God. Well, according to Revelation chapter 1, those stars are the angelic beings. John Milton, who wrote the famous literary work Paradise Lost, took that passage in Revelation 12 to refer back to the angelic beings of the original fall, and thus we get this typical understanding that a great number of angels fell at the beginning, and that was the only fall of the angelic beings. Well, according to what Job says, God doesn't trust them, not just because there have been some that have fallen. I think there's actually biblical evidence that there will be more that fall at some point in the future. And what we're not told is, do any of them fall on any given day? It's one of those great questions that is actually never really addressed in Scripture. There's an angelic fall in the past. I think there's biblical evidence for an angelic fall in the future. The question is, are those the only two times? We may never know till we get there. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.